Have you heard of Kaicenat?
He seemed like a good dude.
Happy Black History Month. T-Pain! Oh, that's actually T-Pain.
You're so special.
I feel special. 20% of what's coming in going to a school I'm building in Nigeria.
My only thing with all the young podcasters, Kai Cenat, Drewski, Davis, here's the problem.
So Kaicenat is doing something called Streamer University right now, where he is empowering creators.
What is the end game? Are we just going to make more young black millionaires who splurge their money on white merchandise? With all the money you would have made and all the influence you have, and the only thing you can say you did was make people laugh, I would say you have been a complete waste of ancestral DNA. There's only one Kai Cenat, and although I'm more popular than all of you put together Caucasians, although I might be making more money than all of you Caucasian streamers put together, my people don't have access to the resources y'all have. Kai Cenat could go to Africa and build streaming. You feel me? He don't need the Caucasian, bro. Right. He don't need them.
And the winner is Mafia Thon 3, Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat and LeBron James!
Kai Cenat, Streamer University.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
And I hope he listens to this because I want the brother to succeed.
And if you ain't talking no dough, then I ain't interested. Look, they say the sky's the limit, I'm going farther than that. She keep blowing up my phone, so I called her mama, come get your daughter back. They just want a little bit of fame, get them boys whack. Wipe it, little one eye, bust your brain, but get a hard hat. They say the sky's the limit, I'm going farther. They can try to, but can't kill me. I'm immortal. I just bought a life, as and did a side, come with that order. You lazy, the reason you broke, you don't know how to hustle. Don't try me, they know I'm stressed, son. Red rum, red dot. Hit the block when 12 come. Know I'm thugging to the fullest, asking for a bullet, cause he never felt one. Stick him to the wall, it's a nail gun. Riding with my dog, trying to nail something. Yeah. I said on you when he got your partner too.
Now with the NIL, they might get a cut now. But historically, before NIL, you got no money from them jerseys.
Crazy.
Yeah, historically. It might have changed now. But historically, you didn't. Did you see the Fab Five documentary? This came out almost 15 years.
Yeah, I think I did. I can't
remember. Jalen Rose talked about how they used to silently protest against Nike exploiting them because they didn't make any money from none of that. Remember, they had the Fab Five Nikes. They had the black socks with the white. Remember that?
I remember that.
The baggy pants.
Yes.
Every child wanted the Fab Five Nikes.
Yes.
Right? They didn't even call them that, but everybody, that's the Fab
that's what
Five.
they were known as.
Because they wore them.
Exactly.
And he said everything Nike wanted to sell, they threw on our body. And so we would start going out there with a plain shirt to warm up. You see what I'm saying? Plain socks. We was trying to reduce. We was trying, because we being exploited and we not making no dollar. The only money being made is the University of Michigan and Nike.
Right. Damn.
It might have changed with NIL. I wonder now.
That's what I'm saying.
Do they have to get a cut?
My research was saying that they don't have to. That they
it might still be the same.
That they can. That they
team merchandise.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because if I'm not mistaken, with colleges, football and basketball, right? When you buy their jersey at Foot Locker, official Nike merchandise, I don't think they have their names on them, just a number. Am I correct?
Nah, I got a name.
You sure?
College?
College.
Nah, I don't think he got a name.
Then they off the hook.
Because it's my likeness. But they gonna say that's the team likeness.
That's the team likeness. See, that's because I remember when I was going to buy the Jalen Rose jersey. This when the Fab Five was
right.
And it was just his number 5. Everybody know that's Jalen Rose with them, but his name wasn't on there. And if they name ain't on it, you don't own it. Let me give you an example. When somebody pays, let's take the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Jalen Hurts. McDonald's going to pay him to do a commercial. Hypothetically, right? He got on the green jersey with his number, right?
Without the
logo.
Or the team.
You see that? So you can't do nothing about it because your name ain't on it. Everybody know that this is the Eagles.
Yeah, it's the Eagles.
But without your logo and name, we good.
Right, and that's the same. So now you see, like with him, he's reversing it.
Yeah.
That's usually what they do to them.
Yes.
He done it back.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the gray area in the NIL.
That's the gray area. That's the gray area.
Right.
That's the gray area.
Have you heard of Kaicenat? Sure.
Kaicenat, I met him.
Oh, you met Kai.
I met him when I did the podcast interview with the brother Davis. He's part of the AMP team. They all in the AMP.
Shout out to them.
He was in the house when we did. Remember the white girl prank? Somebody played the white girl.
Yes.
That was Davis.
Okay.
That day, Kai Cenat was in the house.
Shout out to Kai.
And I met him.
Kai. How do you like Kai?
He seemed like a good dude.
Pretty good
My
guy.
only thing with all the young podcasters, Kai Cenat, Drewski, Davis, I need, at some point, they're having fun right now. Let them have fun. They're young. But at some point, I need them brothers to become politically conscious. Because you have too many people following you, and you're making too much money.
Conversation.
And you're making too much money to not make a difference at some point
What
in the
can they
community.
do?
Again, they're young right now.
Right.
Build institutions.
Yeah, they got the power.
Build institutions. They got the power.
So Kaicenat is doing something called Streamer University right now, where he is empowering creators.
That's powerful. I like it.
He's
giving
his
back.
Audience, yeah, he's bringing his audience and his sponsorship.
I love it.
YouTube,
I love it. I
T-Mobile,
love it.
Right.
My
And
only
so-
question would be, to what end?
Right.
What is the end game? Are we just going to make more young black millionaires who splurge their money on white merchandise? Or are we actually going to build some relevant institutions? Are we going to create some relevant systems? Are we going to build up some financial services to help some of our people get out of jail when they wrongly convicted?
Right.
Are we going to have a fund, you understand, that we can use to help rescue some of our single mothers with children on the street? What are we doing to serve the community?
Right.
Because if all y'all going to be is another class of celebrities who turn their back on the community, you're useless to us.
That's what I try to tell them too. I tell rappers.
Again, they still young though, so
Yo,
I'm not pressuring.
and they're having fun, and so
Yeah, let them have their fun.
But I'm also saying we got to work simultaneously. Though.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I
don't know what they are. They in their 20s or they 30s?
20s. Yeah.
Okay.
Young, rich, powerful, influential young men.
But see, here's the thing, and this is true for everybody. And we just had this conversation about Ryan Clark and ESPN. If you're making your money through these sponsors,
At any moment,
you can lose them. And so what you have to ask yourself with a lot of these streamers that are making money through sponsorship, to what extent are you willing to risk a sponsor to speak truth to power for your community? Or are you willing, what I would ask them to think about, right? Because they're young brothers, so I wouldn't put them to the fire right now. Everybody need room to grow. But I would tell them to just think about this. One day you got to leave this earth. You got another 80 years, but you got to leave here one day.
right?
Will you be satisfied leaving this earth with the influence you have and the money you
work.
made to know all you did was make people laugh?
Right. You
Your
won't.
people are struggling.
Yeah.
We are hurting. We ain't got no schools, banks, hospitals, supermarkets, police brutality, mass incarceration, gentrification. We got problems gazoo. Are you comfortable living in a community with these types of challenges?
Right.
To go back to your ancestors with all the money you would have made and all the influence you have, and the only thing you can say you did was make people laugh.
Right.
I would say you have been a complete waste of ancestral DNA.
Right. And you will not be fulfilled. At the
know.
end of the road, if that's how, you won't be fulfilled.
But I think
unless
by
you
the
set out
time they
to do
get
that.
40,
right, and he's Haitian, so I think he has that spirit, and he's connected to a
a
struggle.
revolutionary culture.
Yeah. So I hopefully at some point they become politically aware, and conscious as it pertains to.
They got some
what
time.
road. Yeah, got a lot of time.
And
right now they're building
again,
themselves.
it goes back to what I said earlier. What kind of a value system are we raising our children with? And let us be honest. A big reason why Black America doesn't get any respect is we're the only people I see who put money over culture. Don't get me wrong. The Chinese love money. They making a whole bunch of it in our hood, right? But guess what? Culture come first.
Exactly.
The East Indians, they're the richest non-white ethnicity in the country. Culture come first.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
We're the only people where money and religion come before your people.
Right. I want to talk to you about the Kaicenat Streaming University because he's receiving some backlash, and I think
Why?
us as big brothers need to speak
Why is he
on
getting
his
backlash?
behalf. So, of course, he recently announced the Streamer University. It's not an actual university; it's more of a digital platform with
Right.
mentorship and
Right.
initiatives.
Right.
To boost upcoming creators and give them exposure, resources, and direct access to massive audience. Kai never explicitly said his initiative was only for Black creators, but his inner circle, of course, is mostly Black. But because the first wave of participants were predominantly black, reflecting Kai's natural network and cultural sphere. He was immediately accused by many of white creators online of being racist, practicing reverse discrimination and promotion of division. I thought the best person for the job gets the job. I thought they rolled back DEIs, but Kaicenat, they want to, I don't know. He's getting some sort of backlash because the first wave of his participants were black. What do you say to the people who are criticizing Kaicenat for empowering his true network? Like, what do you say to that?
This is what I would say. Because the argument you're giving me that white people are using, it's the same argument that conservatives have used to justify closing down HBCUs who don't give equal opportunity to enroll with black children. The 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution contains what we call a what? Equality clause, right? Black people are supposed to receive equal protection under the law.
Yes.
The 14th Amendment was created to make sure we could not get discriminated against, right? So how can a white man come later, 160 years later, and use the same equality clause that was created to make sure you got your participation? They're now using it to eliminate your participation. The white man is saying it must be equal across the board. I completely disagree, Loon. Why? Because equity is not equality. Let me give you an example. If I say Loon and Dr. Umar has to have the same amount of wealth in order to compete equitably in Nashville, right? And that wealth is 100 mil, hypothetically. Loon already has 80 mil. Equity dictates what? Loon gonna get 20.
Right.
And because Dr. Umar only get 50, I get 50. I'm getting more than you. You know why? Because the gap was wider. If I'm Kai Cenat, well, first of all, ain't no Caucasian gonna ever come to me ever in life and ask me, why am I serving black people before I serve whites? Number one, because I'm black. And number two, that's exactly what y'all do. That's what white privilege is.
Right.
But if I'm Kai Cenat, I'm going to say, I believe in equity, not equality. The gap between the white streamer and the gap between the black streamer is a whole lot wider than it is for others. Therefore, in order to help my people get to a level playing ground with white streamers, in order to help the black streamer get to a level playing ground with white streamers, I have to give them more help. I have to give them more time. I have to give them more support. Your white streamers, they can get a loan from white banks. Your white streamers, they can go to other white streamers to get financing. Your white streamers, they got a whole bunch of people they can turn to get help, not just Kaicenat. How many of your white streamers going to help these black streamers who nobody know? Right. How many of you white bankers going to help these black streamers that nobody know? The reason I'm catering to black is in order to bring about equality in the streaming world. Most of my resources will have to go to my own people.
Right. And again, white people are involved. I don't know why when I say millions of views, it's getting millions of views on Twitter when these people are putting out. Kaicenat is racially ignoring.
What did he say?
He's not saying nothing. He just keep working because he's never explicitly said it's for blacks. And
Here's the problem.
Here's
the problem. Here's the problem. There's two ways of being a black business. You're a black business through ownership, or you're a black business through patronage.
That makes sense.
My question would be, what percentage, and he's the number one streamer in the world.
He's the biggest streamer
on the
planet. But only 4% of the streamers on Twitch are black that make money, that make that kind of money.
But here's my question. And I support Kaicenat and going to continue to as long as he stay on the right up and up with me in terms of what he does for the people and what he stands for. But what Kaicenat is going to have to decide at some point, because you can't get around it. You can't serve two masters.
Yes.
You can't serve two masters.
They about to make him choose, look like. It's like they're trying to make him.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. But the question becomes, and I hope the brother, he's going to survive it. First of all, back up. There's more Africans in the world than anybody else. I need Kai Cenat to know you don't have to compromise. If you lose all your
coming from you.
If you lose all your white subscribers, they will be made up for by Africans. You understand me?
Yes.
There's more Africans in the world. There's about 7-8 million people in the world. 25% or greater are African. You understand? There's way more of us than anybody else. And then when you
they have spending power.
And then when you add black folks, who don't want to be black, now you're talking about damn near half the planet. Do you feel me?
Yes.
Now, when you talk about spending power, when it comes to streaming, that don't matter so much. You know why? Well, all you got to do is pay your subscription.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
As someone who goes to Africa on a regular basis,
they can
pay that subscription.
Okay, great.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what's the subscription? And I know it's levels, but
$6, it's small.
They can pay that.
It's small.
He ain't gonna have no issue.
Yeah.
What Kai Cenat may have to do is focus more on the African subscriber than being multicultural.
Right.
And he can win because there's more of us. Now, if he's only looking at America and he's saying black people only 13% of America, I don't want to lose my American base, then that's something he's going to have to rectify within himself, because if you only look in national loan, you will lose white subscribers. But if you look in global and everybody got a laptop and a cell phone and an internet connection, why do you care if you lose your white subscribers in America when you have more African youth in the world than any other race?
Right.
There's more African youth than Chinese and everybody else. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So in my opinion, there's no need for him to compromise, because your race is in the majority in this world.
Yes.
And everybody's connected through the World Wide Web.
Right.
So he should stand his ground, because what he don't want to happen, and I hope he listens to this because I want the brother to succeed.
He will.
I don't want Kai Cenat to side with the Caucasians in this. Because if you lose your American African subscriber, you might lose them around the world.
Yes.
Don't you choose the whites over your people. First of all, it's wrong anyway.
Yes.
But even from an economic standpoint, you would be a fool. You would be a fool to side with the Caucasians against the Africans when it's more Africans in the world than anybody else. And most Africans are young Africans. So he need to compromise who he is.
Right.
But I know he got sponsorships and other things going on in this.
Let's get to the way you said he can't serve two masters.
You can't serve two
you were
masters.
going somewhere with that.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks, the simplest and most exciting way to win cash while watching sports. Now, a lot of people ask, what is Prize Picks? It's a daily fantasy sports app and it's easy to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on a few player stats, and that's it. You think your quarterback is going over 250 yards? Hit more. You feel like the running back may not hit his number? Go less. It's your knowledge of the game versus the numbers in front of you. Prize Picks is available in 45 states, including California and Texas. And here's the best part. When you play your first $5 lineup, they'll give you $50 in lineups to keep playing. All you have to do is use my code. And again, this is win or lose. When you play your first $5 lineup, we'll match you $50. Just use my code IUTP at checkout and we'll send you $50 when you sign up to play your first $5. Football season is in full swing, NBA right around the corner. So listen, this is the perfect time to tap in. I'm playing right now. I don't know what y'all doing. You think this is some little commercial in the middle of the episode? I'm telling you to come get the money on, twin. Come get the money on. It's literally the perfect time to tap in. When you make the call and it hits, it's not luck, it's confidence. You know what you're looking at. You know how we do, dealing with information, preparation. It's the feeling you get when you know what you're doing. Go download Prize Picks right now. Use my code IUTP. Play your first $5 and get $50 in lineups. Tag me when you win and hashtag it's good to be right so we can celebrate together. That's Prize Picks, code IUTP. And remember, it's good to be right. Only with Prize Picks. Let's get back to the show.
Remember,
he's in that situation.
White
like
people don't share power. That's the first rule of racism. White people don't share power. And if there are Caucasians who helped him or any other streamer get to where they are, they're going to want unquestioned loyalty. And he's going to have to make a decision. He's going to have to become a man. Not to say he's not,
right?
But you're going to have to become a man.
He's not there yet.
I see what you're saying. But he's going to have to grow up quick.
He's going to have to, yeah.
He have to grow up
this
quick.
Amount of money is involved. See, because they see him bigger than he see himself. They see him as the tool he truly is.
Yes.
He just having fun. They see Kai as what he truly is.
This could be a blessing or a curse. Because what it's showing him is there is no such thing as permanent neutrality. We gave you room to grow. And Kai Cenat didn't even conceive Loom. When he thought about Streamer University, I bet you it didn't even cross his mind that these white folks are going to have a problem with the fact that I'm catering to my people. Like I said, he should be able to explain this away easy, though. Right. This is an easy win, Loom.
Right.
We don't have the resources y'all got.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
There's only one Kai Cenat, and although I'm more popular than all of you put together Caucasians, although I might be making more money than all of you Caucasian streamers put together, my people don't have access to the resources y'all have. Equality doesn't mean equity.
Right.
Equity means I got to bring my people up to equality.
That's a great point.
Equity brings equality. You see that?
Yes.
For y'all to tell me that there should be as many white streamers in my university as black streamers, is y'all telling me to maintain the status quo. Y'all telling me to maintain white privilege. Y'all telling me to maintain Caucasian over African because y'all know these black streamers will never get the help if I don't give it to them. I believe in equality, but equity is the road to equality.
Yes, Lord.
Fall back.
Yes, Lord. And you know, it was something else too. So what he's doing is he's the AMP guys, like you said.
Let me stop. Hold that thought.
Go ahead.
Because you told me the brother was Haitian.
Yes.
Shout out to all my Haitian Africans. Happy Haitian Flag Day. The gymnasium at Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey, it's the Nat Turner John Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. Both revolutions took place on August 21st, my birthday.
Lord.
Because he's Haitian, the one thing I want Kaicenat to do for me is go to Haiti and build an institution.
At least one.
At least one. And it better be major. I ain't talking about no little rinky-dink, something that somebody could have done with half your income. You feel me?
Yes.
Build a school, build a hospital, build a university. Even if you put streamer, you base it there.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Turn them Haitian babies into streamers. But he got to do something for his home.
Yes.
I don't care what it is. I don't care how long it take him. I'm not putting no pressure on the young brother. He still got to live his life.
Right.
But he better not lead his earth.
Right.
And hasn't done something significant for Haiti.
Yes.
I'm going to have a problem.
Right.
Go ahead.
So he would basically what he does is the AMP crew. Of course, he's now uplifted with his rise, has uplifted all of the AMP, right? So the Streamer University professors are other streamers who have a significant following, mostly under AMP. He had some criteria for the students, which was you can't already be a big streamer and get in because it's to help people who's trying to elevate the streaming. I think he had a number, a quota of 200 views or less, 200 viewers or less to try to, like I say, the tide that raises all boats. But the professors were his friends, all of the AMP guys. Then you start to see the rounds of not only are the students or the quote unquote contestants of Streamer University black, all black, but there's not one white professor, which are the people who are kind of leading the classes. And you know what I'm saying? Again, they're just trying to impede on his structure and his strategy. Like,
now,
you know what I'm saying?
Kaicenat is not Dr. Umar, obviously. But if this is me, I make this real clear. I have an obligation to serve my people who are the most disadvantaged in the world. Period. I'll do something later and y'all might be able to get involved. But right now, this streaming market, this streaming industry is a brand new thing. And in most industries in this world, Loon, black people are always disproportionately excluded. And in order for me to make sure my people get a just foothold in this industry while it's still fresh, I got to cater to them. Y'all should understand this more than anybody else. For y'all to ask me to treat the white streamer the same as I treat the black streamer, when I know the black streamer does not have the resources of the white streamer, it's not fair.
Right.
I'm going to take care of my people. It's not racism.
What do you say to him?
It's equality.
If he's afraid to speak up? Because taking a stance right now at
I'll tell you what
20-something
Maya
years old,
Angelou said. What the Queen Mother Maya Angelou said. She said, of all the virtues, courage is the most important.
Yes.
Because if you ain't got courage, you can't practice any of the others.
Because look at Tupac at that age. He would have took a step. Like certain people at
because he was raised to value the people. You see that? Tupac was raised to value the people. So even when he was selling millions of records, he couldn't change because his heart and soul was the people. That's me.
Yeah.
But a lot of our kids are raised to worship and pursue money, bro.
Yeah.
If money is your God, this is why I've said most black people, Loon, are idol worshipers. Do you realize that? We are in Sodom and Gomorrah, brother.
Yes.
Most black people are idol worshipers, but they don't realize it because they go to church and they go to the mosque. No, brother. You're not living for God. You're living for money. You're living for notoriety. You're living for clothes and cars. You feel me?
Yes.
To worship God is to put the Lord first at all times.
Yes.
Most black people, the Lord ain't first.
Right.
It's idols.
Yes.
Money, cash, cars, coochie, and whatever else.
Yes.
You know, so he got to search his soul. I wish, and Kai Cenat, if you listening, confidentially, I wish he had text me and we have a private 5-minute, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just some things for him to think about, bro.
And if I can, I'll get
because I would hate for him.
Yeah.
What does the Bible say? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Yeah. But in this case, what does it profit him to gain the approval of white folks and lose all the Africans around this world, brother? Kai Cenat could go to the Caribbean and build streaming universities. Go to Africa and build streaming. You feel me? He don't need the Caucasian, bro.
Right.
He don't need them.
Yeah. And it's important he know that, though. Because
he need to know it.
Feel like he need them because he's surrounded by them. He's Twitch
representatives
and all of these different things are happening.
I hope he has trustworthy advisors. I wonder who his OGs are. Yeah. You know, who is his attorney?
I know he's tied with Kevin, but I don't know if they would have those kind of conversations. Kevin is also tied into.
I hope he got a silent big homie,
right?
Who gonna give it to him real,
right?
Who has some loyalty to the race,
right?
Because I hope he ain't got. See, here's the thing: if he get the wrong people in his ear and they're only looking at the domestic market of America, he gonna choose the Caucasian. You feel me? Because they gonna say black people only 13%. You gonna have, bro. You got to think global, bro. We're the biggest race in the world, brother. No, sir, you don't need them. You just got to go global.
Yeah.
And you already are.
He's global. Yeah, he's definitely global. He ain't as global as that other guy.
Might be, he might be too concerned about losing them sponsorships.
Yeah.
Do he need them?
No.
You feel me? I don't think he need them. They need him.
Yeah, because he having 100,000 people just sitting there watching at a time.
What you need a sponsor for, bro?
Ah, man.
Stand on your ground, Kai. So now I still want him to be careful,
right?
Because I don't want him to join the suspicion of the you-know-who's. You follow what I'm saying? Be careful, you know, but stand your ground.
Right. I want to ask you about this, too. I had a conversation with someone about the mother of their children was involving a member of the LGBT community, non-family, with the child, right? Just dropping them off at this. So a young boy to a gay girl.
What do you mean dropping them off?
Watch, like parental
babysitting.
Yeah. What's your thought process?
The boy's babysitter was a lesbian.
Not even a babysitter. Damn near like you trying to make it like it's family, like he's like another mother or some kind of weird.
But what is the purpose of him going over there? Is what I'm saying.
Because if, in my opinion, the purpose is that because the mother just wants freedom and opportunity to do other things.
So it is a babysitting thing.
Yeah, it is a babysitting thing. Yes.
Me personally, I don't want any energy that I consider to be unrighteous behavior around my child. I love all black people. Lesbian, gay, whatever you got. I love blacks. But I reserve the right to disagree with any lifestyle.
Right.
And for me,
right. It's like
that
I'm wondering
lifestyle is not a centered one. And because of that, I wouldn't want to expose my child to it at all. So for me, it would be no. This presupposes any potential sexual abuse.
Right. But right? even I think so early exposure to that
if you're
child.
in the environment,
Yeah.
and if you're being exposed to the behavior, just watching it. I saw my babysitter kiss her
Identity
girlfriend.
formation.
It's identity formation, and it's also value formation. You see, and nobody keeps who they are a secret, right? I had a conversation a couple of Kwanzas ago during COVID. It probably was 20 or 21, and one of the conversations was with the black community. What do y'all want us to know about y'all, the homosexual community, and the black homosexual? And you know what the one brother said? He said, if there's children around and I'm with my mate, I will still be intimate in front of the child. I said, even if the parents don't agree with that lifestyle, he said, it don't matter. It's who I am. So he made it clear. I'm not sheltering nobody's child from who I am. You see what I'm saying? So for me, if you don't want your child considering an alternative lifestyle, you can't send them around alternative people.
Right. It's because and then it just confuses the kid. I'm not a fan of it. And I pushed back on him when they, because he asked me about it. Like, man, what do you think, man? She keep dropping my son off.
I don't like it.
To this gay person, man. And it's offending me, man.
Now, they might be innocent.
Yeah, they could quite
I'm not
possibly.
saying.
I'm worried about identity formation, and I'm worried about early exposure to some of the behavioral traits.
Early indoctrination.
That's what I'm saying.
As a child is taught, so will be their thoughts.
My goodness. And this is a little boy around a girl who I think is a lesbian, or it ain't even the girl that acts like the boy. It's the girl who is doing the lesbian behavior.
Social learning theory.
Oh, my goodness.
Children become what they see. Psychological fact.
I don't know, man. I think as people,
your
man,
personality is formed by the time you 5. This boy is how old?
8.
He 8, right? Your personality is largely formed by 5, and who you are at 15, you likely to be until you die.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so you got to be careful, because the one thing that never gets discussed enough about the LGBTQ, they commit just as much molestation as anybody else. I didn't say more. I said just as much.
Yes.
So if you got your child in that environment, and we look at 1 out of every 4 black kids being molested, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got your child under that.
That's what
no
I'm
kind of molestation is good, but now you add to trauma because of look at what's going on here.
Man. And so
in my experience, most Africans who are of sexual confused persuasion, they were abused sexually as children.
So you think that you do look at that as being sexually confused, right?
For me,
Yeah.
from an African cultural perspective, it is.
Yeah. And so I don't know, man, but I'd rather our kids see black love, you know what I'm saying, between heterosexual male
black
and a
on black
woman.
heterosexual love.
Like
it's the only way you're going to rebuild the community. That's the
Right.
bottom line. If you
Yeah.
care about the future of black people, you have to care about heterosexual relationships.
Do you still believe in black love, right?
Oh, of course.
I'm looking at Papoose and Remy Ma go through something. I don't know if
And I'm so disappointed because I'm a fan of both of them.
Man, they were black love.
They were black love. They were black love. And, Remy Martin, I've always had a little secret crush on her because she was fine. Still fine, but I liked it when she was thick.
Yeah,
she got
yeah,
skinny
yeah,
now.
yeah.
That big body Remy.
Yeah.
Choo! Big body, thick body Remy. 5'5", thicker than thighs. You know what I'm saying? Still beautiful.
Yes.
But I liked it when she was curvy.
Yes.
But nonetheless, I do not appreciate when our couples live their breakups online in front of the world.
Right.
Same thing with Offset, Cardi B.
Yes.
And there's so many others we can name, right? I don't like when they do that because the children are watching.
Yeah.
And you're adding to this narrative that black men and black women cannot live together in love and peace. You feel me?
Yeah.
You're adding to the dysfunction. So I don't like that the breakup was public. I want them, if they're getting divorced, get divorced and move on, not just for the sanctity of your child, but for the black community because people watching you.
Right.
And it's not always easy, right? Because you don't know who right, you don't know who wrong. You don't know who doing what behind the scenes.
Right.
Because one thing about people is they're loyal to their image.
Right.
So they're going to lie. You might have been a troublemaker, but you're not going to tell the world that.
Yeah, and that's what Remy's position is. She's saying that, look, I always thought my celebrity can take a hit as it pertains to we're divorcing, right? Sometimes that's why celebrity relationships are weird, because even that announcement having to be something that needs to be made, 1, and then 2, can affect business. We're getting divorced can affect business.
That's true.
So Remy was saying that they had came to a point where they weren't sleeping together, and she had came to a decision, look, I can take the hit, but I'm not sure if he's a big enough celebrity to be able to take the divorce hit and still come out on the other side of it profitable for itself. So
Divorce don't affect men as much as women, even in society.
Well, for him, though, it's different because you got to think. He was positioned as going to see Remy every week when she was in jail. He moved close to the jail. He was up there all the time.
Nobody going to forget that, though.
Right. Can't
Nobody going to forget that.
You
feel me?
That.
I don't think.
I don't care
as long as he ain't disrespecting her or putting his hands on her.
He got that in his bag.
Yeah, I don't really see how anybody could paint Papoose in a negative light after the way he held her down.
Right. Yeah, me neither. But
and then he, with his new relationship with, Sister Clarissa Shields, like he's clearly a man that values black women in relationships.
Yes.
Because he ain't just out here. You feel me?
Right.
He's in another committed relationship.
Yes. And he seems to be moving.
And he moves well. Yeah. So I think his public image is safe.
Right. Okay, cool. Let me ask you this. I see a lot of scholars I've ran into that people been to college now. You ever done Adderall?
Nah, I never done any drugs.
In your entire life?
Nah, the only thing I've done, I drink some red wine. I practice African spirituality, so sometimes, you got to blow tobacco smoke on your shrines, right?
Okay.
But outside of that, I don't
they do say Adderall is kind of like a superhuman. It helps you with this and that and get work done and read through the books and...
Well, you got to be careful with the medications,
and then you're a psychiatrist, so you
look
at Adderall totally
and a lot of
different.
them are derivatives of crack and cocaine. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with them drugs, man. They habit forming, big addictions, and a lot of side effects that you can't undo. They mess with your organ function, they mess with your brain cells, they mess with your growth.
You look at all of that,
psychosis,
totally
nightmares, can't sleep, weight gain, weight loss, instant death, heart attack, strokes.
Yeah.
Be careful.
But you do know that people who are high functioning swears by Adderall though, right?
I know people who take it.
You've never heard like people like a Jordan Peterson. Some of these people have shared their stories that I got to a point where I slipped into a bad spot, starting messing with that Adderall to get myself going, and then ended up into a bad spot. And the other one I think is Ben something. But Adderall is something that people who are intellectually inclined swear by, man.
To help them focus.
Oh, man. I'm talking about high-level CEOs, all the people, like a lot of the people who I know in this business, in particular entertainment, that deal with athletes, motherfucking agents, and all these kind of different executives, they swear that Adderall is like a super focusing.
It does. That's what the purpose is.
Okay.
Because it's an ADHD drug. That's what ADD, Adderall. You feel me? Attention deficit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's focused, but again, the collateral damage.
What makes you? How can you just snap into it and it's just who you are at this point?
It ain't easy. It's tough for me to focus too because you always got so many different things coming. But for me, I don't ever want to be dependent on nothing but God. You know what I mean?
Right. And I don't take it for the record. I don't know if people are hearing me say this or that.
Yeah. I don't want to be dependent on
I don't take it at all. I don't take none of that shit.
Because I know a lot of people who have been permanently damaged by psychiatric meds, bro. I know people can't even drive a car no more because the meds messed up their executive function so much.
For real?
Oh, man. Fall asleep at the drop of a hat because of the meds and everything, bro.
Damn.
People with panic attacks. I know people get panic attacks out the blue to the point where they sweating and got to sit in for a while. You know what I mean? Because of the meds. Because remember, what the med does is it interrupts your natural brain chemistry. In other words, you can make yourself focus. You can, but you're not putting in the work to develop it. You want a quick
steps
fix.
to it. Yeah.
Right. You want snap. Right? So the drug is going to introduce the chemicals into your brain to disrupt the natural function so you can focus. In other words, you don't want to put the work in. Let's take Ozempic. No disrespect to anybody who take Ozempic, right?
Yes.
You could go to the gym and do the same thing.
Yes.
But you ain't got the discipline.
Yes.
You ain't got the time. You ain't got the commitment, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to take Ozempic. God forbid, 10 years from now, they find out Ozempic is causing major problems in people. You feel me?
Right.
You didn't have to go that route.
Right.
But you didn't have the discipline to do it the hard way.
And then also what Ozempic is, you're losing weight, but that ain't all you losing. Like you say, collateral damage. You losing muscle mass. So that's why you see some people head look. Yeah, there's a such thing as an Ozempic head, right? So you will look at a person that's heavy in the Ozempic, and their face and shit it's very unnatural, unhealthy.
Wow.
They're losing muscle mass along with
is eating a muscle
weight.
up too.
Yes.
I didn't know
and
that.
people didn't know that. Yeah, but that's something that I found out doing some research on Ozempic, and also listening to a podcast about Ozempic as to, because I couldn't understand. Yeah, you lost weight, but
it disfigured you a little bit.
Man, you don't look the same. Like how I lose weight, I still look like me.
Yeah.
It ain't the weight where it's like, hold on, man. You 40 pounds little, but it's off.
You disfigured.
It's the muscle mass that they're losing along with it, man.
Wow.
So yeah, man, I think be careful out there, man, in what you indulge in. I think it's unfortunate because the doctors do prescribe a lot of this stuff to people.
Oh, for sure.
We've seen in the
and in
Diddy
America,
case.
you can legally prescribe a drug to deal with a condition that it wasn't designed for. You know that, right? So, for example, a lot of women take Prozac to deal with their menstrual cramps. Prozac is an antidepressant. That's depression.
I didn't know
But
that.
the doctor is giving it to women who don't want to cramp. Yes, in America, you can prescribe drugs legally to deal with an off-label use. Why do you think people all cracked up and opioided?
What do you say to, like, because this speaks to that too, Diddy's trial. Man, that dude got real prescription bottles that say Frank Black. Like,
Who's Frank Black?
The Black Frank White, Diddy.
Oh, okay.
He had renamed himself in the freak off.
Okay.
You know, in the freak off.
You got to remember,
atmosphere.
when you got that kind of money, you can pay pharmacists.
It's interesting because do you have a fake ID with it? Like, I mean, damn, do they just show up to the pharmacy? Hey, Frank Black here for the.
They don't even go to the pharmacy. They got a drop off person.
Oh, that's right. Because
at that
it's
level,
it's high level. Damn.
The money he paying?
Yeah,
bro.
Those doctors didn't get put in trouble though. I don't hear the doctors being mentioned
because ain't nothing on paper. The pills come in. I'm taking 1,000 out for Diddy.
No. This has a label on it.
Okay.
This has a label like your blood pressure medicine.
I see what you're
saying.
saying.
Frank Black, address, all of these. It went through a pharmacy of some sort.
If it's in the system, somebody getting in trouble. But I think they kept it out the system somehow.
Nah, I seen it in court. Oh, you said that it may look like it, but not actually
Yeah.
go through the system.
I don't see no doctor risking that. That's your license. You don't get them back.
Right.
Yeah.
See, but somebody definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
Oh, yeah.
did something.
Oh, yeah.
Man, like I say, man, we had a great conversation today, man. I appreciate you. We're gonna do this again, of course. We do 2 of these a year. Hopefully, I may try to do again the live in October at the HBCU with the John Merritt Classic again. I'm gonna get with them probably the next couple of weeks, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Hopefully, you can block that date off because I know you're super duper moving around. But I really appreciate you, man, and like always, great conversation.
Yes, sir.
Feeding the culture one day at a time.
One day
Anything
at
you
a
want to
time.
leave the people with?
Make sure you donate. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. That's paypal.me/FDMG Academy. If you need to reach me, email Dr. Umar Johnson at yahoo.com. And if you need to get me by phone, you can always text message me. My cell number public has been that way for 20 years. I will be changing it once FDMG is ready. Black Queens forever. Snow Bunnies never.
Y'all take that, do something with it. You know this is the biggest in the game. It's Up There Podcast. Let's get it.